it though, Ted. You called it. You called it.
Am I pushing? Wait, because I'm pushing the envelope a little bit too hard. I mean, what's the deal?
No, it's
No, it was
just
the headset,
it's
bro.
the
It was the
headset.
headset.
I've seen it. I'm like, yeah, I've just seen it.
I'm sitting there going like my lavish Corsair, because like
I
my
think it was the fake fireplace.
my mouse pad is Corsair, mouse keyboard Corsair. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, Lenny. I mean,
Nah,
YouTube has failed.
it's all right. I totally turned off my Facebook. Like, nah.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about signing up on Getter.
Richie, bada bing, bada boom, in the room.
What's up, Richie?
My Bluetooth's not working. I'm trying to get it to work.
So you gotta take the wired approach.
Now I can do the other one.
Maybe they're working on something.
Man, you got too many sets of those, man. Too many.
Power on. Pairing.
Nice.
Connected.
I will say that these are actually pretty good too. I'll show you these. These are the
Yeah,
Sonys.
I'm just kind of wondering. I'm like, man, did I push the envelope a little too hard? That's why I got cut.
Ah,
I think we
These
might have
right
done
here.
our time on pushing the envelope.
I really like these, man.
were you able to get it molded to like your earlobe?
Yeah.
Nah,
yeah.
these
That
came off
comes
of
with
which
these.
Yes.
These little
these
guys,
are
yeah.
actually pretty good. Now those I want to get, want to sit inside.
Yes.
And these are over the ear noise cancellation.
They come with all these.
Hey, Bash, they're
ones.
supposed to in the first place. Lenny, everybody went to bed. We got to work in the morning. That's what it is, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta think about that soon myself. Going to Idaho this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to make that trip for the kids.
Just don't live
Yep.
up to that name.
That's you, Idaho.
People used to be up all the time. Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah.
They just stopped. Everybody started. They went back to work. The holidays is over. That's all it is.
Yeah. I mean, I have the 25th off because apparently, like, we get like an 8-hour office leave. Can we
Yeah.
fit 5 on here, or is it just strictly 4? Because I
Just
mean,
4.
oh, wow. Okay.
Mike knows how to drop himself down to put 4 people up. I don't know how to do it. I'm going to ask him how to do that.
Hang on. All right. Let me see if I'll drop myself down.
so wait. Oh, so the
Oh yeah, so he's now in the waiting room, and there you go. He did
There
it.
you go. That's how you do
Oh
it.
snap!
Jump,
How did you do that? That was crazy.
Go Joe.
Ted,
What
Tom.
up, B?
What up, what up, what up?
What's up, sir? How you
Hey.
doing?
Hey B, weren't I think I was in your broadcast or someone's broadcast when I first brought up the J Will doppelganger right here.
Oh yeah, it was. It was you.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. Yup.
Brian, somebody was
Ted
named
really
coach.
does look like Jason.
Tone. Tone. I get to say this for the second time. What's going on, BX Connect?
I don't know what that is.
You're from the West Coast. Don't worry about it.
Oh, this guy's hurting me, man.
Nah, because he's
I'm
from the
good.
Bronx. We're from Queens,
Yeah.
boroughs.
Burroughs.
Yeah.
Hey B, since you're up here, I want to talk about
Sure.
something real quick. Okay, let's talk about
Yeah.
Francis Ngannou's contract. What's going to happen with him?
All right, you caught me off guard. Y'all was talking about a whole different subject before I came in here. Now you want to
are
talk
the subject
MMA. I
matter
wasn't ready for
expert
this.
on this. You are the subject matter
God.
expert on this, buddy.
Oh, you made this take a whole turn, dog. All right.
Hey, listen. Out of fairness, out of fairness, that was simply to flex my knowledge, and that was it, man. I mean, I'll talk.
Good job.
We
Good
can
job.
talk.
Good
but
job.
I just wanted to flex knowledge.
Good job. You want me to get into it, or should we just, or it's just,
Well,
I won't make
Or
the
just
whole
a flex.
broadcast.
Well, because this fight is
almost
his
1
last
o'clock
fight,
already. I
right?
can't do
This
this.
fight that's about to happen is his last fight, and he's not going to be under contract, right?
Yes, correct.
Right.
Correct. This is his last fight on his contract. he's looking to try to do other things elsewhere. The UFC, Dana White's really putting his foot down on this scenario, on this situation here, where he doesn't want to budge on trying to get these things added into a new contract for Francis Ngannou. Ngannou's looking to get paid more than what he's already getting paid. He's trying to look for those 7+ figures. Also, he's trying to look to box. One of the biggest things that's been talked about, well, actually is not talked about, is the fact that he wants to box, but he doesn't want to go through the scenario Conor McGregor went through. You see, Conor McGregor, when he boxed Floyd Mayweather, he was there to make at least $150 million. You know what I mean? That could be up a little bit to $180 million possibly. You know, we never really got a full read on that, but Conor had to give half of that money, about a good chunk of that money, probably a third or half of that money to Dana White and them, because they were involved in the promotion, contracts and all that nonsense.
Yep.
This is what made me go back the other day when we was doing that I did that long stream where I was talking about certain things, and the homie Emmanuel came on and made me talk about it too. You guys are independent contractors. They list you as under independent contractors. You know what I mean? You're not getting no health care and certain things like that or whatnot. But as an independent contractor, you should be able to go do business elsewhere as well. That's where you're at. But they can't quite do that because of contracts. Francis Ngannou wants it where he doesn't have to give none of that money because he's fighting under the independent contractor agreement. Because as an independent contractor, he doesn't have to do that. So
the other thing
he can get that money for himself.
What you think about, right, in the other leagues like NFL and Major League Baseball and the NBA, there's players unions, right? There's players unions.
Yes, sir.
Whereas, but what you said with the UFC, these guys are on 10-fight contracts, 5-fight contracts, so they can't form a union, right? And that's where
don't have no union. Exactly.
He has the upper hand on that, right? So
yes, correct.
But I'd also like to follow up with this. What do you think's a better fight, Francis Ngannou versus Wilder or Fury in a boxing match?
Ooh,
that's big money.
Damn. That is big money. It's big money on both ends. I wouldn't mind seeing him, if he were to fight a guy like Deontay Wilder. If you want to work your way in, then you fight Wilder. But if you're looking to just fight, test yourself, and get a big payday, then you take Fury. Yeah. Then you take the Fury fight. If it's like a one and done type thing, yeah.
But do you think those guys would want to fight Ngannou though? You know, it's like they have so much to lose, right?
Fury's crazy enough to take that fight. Yeah. I'm not sure about Wilder, but Fury's crazy enough to take that fight. Yeah.
But would that be right out the gate, Ngannou, or would he have to fight a couple of times? Wouldn't he have to
fight? Yeah.
Hone in on his skills, and he's not young either. He's like 35, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to sit back like a year or plus just to get your boxing together so you can even try to compete with a guy like Fury, you know what I mean? And then after that, you know, you're going to go in there, you know, you go in there, you're going to have to fight somebody before you fight Fury, but if he's going to go fight Fury straight up, you got to take a year off just to train boxing, man, just to get your boxing training, just to get fundamentals under your belt, period, because you can't just go in there thinking you're going to just swing for the fences, knock this guy out. No. You know, boxing's a whole nother realm, man.
Right.
You gotta be realistic here. You know, a lot of MMA guys talk crazy. You know, they want to go fight boxing, but you going to chase a paycheck. Let's be for real. This is not a test of, I'm trying to be tough and I'm trying to do that. No, this is you chasing a paycheck. The retired guys could say we're doing this for legacy and stuff like that. You're chasing a paycheck. If a boxing guy says, I'm trying to do this for MMA, he's going out there trying to set a point and probably chase a payday as well. But those paydays are different, you know? Those paydays are way different. A guy that's going to MMA into boxing, that's money's looking way different than the boxer throwing to MMA. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But I think you mentioned it, and also it's been talked about in the mainstream also that with Woodley, he made more in that first fight, and if you combine that second fight, he made more than he would make in 2 or 3 MMA careers.
Yes. Yes. He made more money off that Jake Paul fight than he did holding that welterweight title.
Yep.
That is very, very insane to say. But here we are, and that's what happened. You know what I mean? They talked about that second fight not selling so well because, of course, dudes wanted to see Tommy Fury fight, but
Right.
Tommy Fury didn't fight, but because Tommy Fury a little worried about himself. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? I told you he had the injury, the bacteria, the split hair, the broken fingernail, all that stuff. Yeah, but in the end of the day, of it all, it was a combination of that injury and probably nerves. But true, Tyron Woodley made a lot of money off that Jake Paul fight. That boxing money's different. You have a lot of sponsors. You have a lot of investors. You have a lot of sanctioning bodies who twirl around the place. So you got a lot of things going on, and you got to understand, boxing is long running, man. And there's been a lot of people who've dipped and delved into the world of boxing. So you have that there.
So as a follow up question, and it's kind of segues into what's happening nowadays, really within the last 24 hours. Will you still be able to broadcast these live events on this platform based on the community guidelines and acceptable use policy?
Oh, I gotta see that. I gotta
I
actually
zinged
read.
you on
I
that
gotta
one.
read. Yeah, you got me. I gotta read more into that readable use policy thing there because, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. But I have to read it because Emmanuel brought it up. I have to check through it. I didn't get to read it. Where do I go to go read that too?
Has Habs said anything to you for those broadcasts?
No.
Yeah.
Just go to Rick Costa's. Rick Costa did a stream today where he read the community guideline. He did maybe 13-minute broadcast on kind of like the do's and don'ts. He actually went through the policy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh boy.
No, Lenny, I think it's just posted. Like you can look up what Habs'
It's posted.
guidelines are. Yeah, I don't think he got a warning. I think he just looked it up and read it right on his broadcast.
You go into your settings, and then it should be there.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't.
Hey, Tony, you good? Tony, you
Mic
good?
check 1 2. Okay, my
there you go.
Bluetooth
There you
was
go.
connected. Yeah, my Bluetooth was connected. So.
Hey, listen, guys, I'm gonna
It
let
worked.
Brian.
Oh, okay,
This is his broadcast, man. I'm gonna let him up, but it was good talking to you guys, man.
Man,
Yeah, I'm
good
about to go
talking
to
to
bed
you.
my damn self.
All right.
Word,
Have a
I'll
safe
be-
trip.
Take it
Have
easy,
a safe
man.
trip, man, this weekend.
Guy caught me off guard, man.
too.
Good job. I'll see you, man.
All right, man. See you. Oh, what's this?
There we go.
Oh, just someone
That's the
just
whole
put.
guidelines right there. God
That's the
damn.
guideline right there.
Hey, Brian, thanks for having me up, man. Get up there.
All right. Oh, let's see. Let's take a dabble at this.
Okay,
because if
those are
that's the
old.
case,
These are old.
am I gonna be fighting like I used to have to fight in Periscope world?
Thank you for hopping up, Elliot. Yeah, so that was okay, misinformation. Streams and posts must not be intentionally spread material false or harmful misinformation, creating or spreading unfounded conspiracy theories, perpetuating lies about public health and other important civic matters, or denial of proven information on matters of consequence. Examples that earned warnings, banning from HAPs include the earth is flat, stupid is silly, more harmful, but we just don't want to be a platform for that stuff. COVID-19 pandemic is fake. Trump is still
Oh God.
president. 2 babies died during a month. Hillary Clinton is part of the pedophile sex ring operation.
Those were there. Yeah,
Oh
those were there
my
before the update.
God.
Those were there before the update.
COVID
Trying to
vaccines
see
are a
something new.
worldwide. Oh my God.
It's been there, bro. I'm trying to see the.
So when we're trying to share notes
But you
and we're
put your
getting it
opinion
from
over the notes. You put your opinion over the notes. That's the kicker. You
oh
can't put
man.
your opinion over the notes.
No.
Ah, Coachy
Porn
Moo
is
was
allowed on
simply
hats.
reciting facts from the
These are
CDC
these
website.
are the old guidelines. These aren't even new right here. This was up before the update.
How
Okay.
do you delete it?
Leave it up there and for
Just click
yourself.
on it,
Yeah.
click on it, and
Uh-huh.
then you should be able to delete it.
Okay. So where the new
Uh
guidelines are under who you said talked about these guidelines, the new guidelines. Who is it?
It should be under your settings.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see.
no, I clicked it like the moment I clicked on a new window
Uh huh.
and I looked on the bottom corner, it's like community guidelines, blah 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 on the bottom left corner.
Content uploaded with the intent to shame, deceive, or insult any minor. No, I got that. That's easy. Usernames may not be racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, overtly sexual, contain offensive language, or be otherwise inappropriate, including angry names.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna try to get
I
rid
don't
of it.
see where it says the long messages, Lenny.
Yeah,
And I'm looking too. I don't see that at
Brian, you
all.
should be able to click on it, and it should give you, like, if you want to edit it, it should give you the option to delete it.
Yeah, because I highlighted it and I right clicked it and all I got is back, refresh, save, print, cast the media.
So left click on it, go back to it, and maybe
Oh,
click on
three
your name.
dots. Three dots, hide menu, more actions.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go back to something
Content of any kind,
I wrote.
live video, posts, or comments created with the intent to shame, humiliate, or insult, or ostracize a HAPS community member who is not a public figure is not allowed. Examples of this include calling someone names, deliberately trying to embarrass them, body shaming, or repeatedly commenting on someone's looks, unwanted sexual advances. If you feel that someone has asked you to stop, that's harassment. Revealing someone's identity or personal information, creating accounts for the purpose of harassment. We look at our user profiles as well as speech and content to root out troll stalking, ignoring requests to stop contact with someone, either online or RL, creating mutual accounts to evade bans, waste advantage as you won't succeed, submitting false reports against broadcasters. We take reports seriously and as they do gaslighting. Okay. To instigate conflict, hostility, or arguments in an online social community, not out of sincere motivation. That doesn't fly here. Facts. And that's one of the bigger things that's happening to people up here.
What's happening?
The gaslighting, the one that says examples include right after harassment and bullying.
Okay, let me scroll
Extremist
down.
or hateful content. You must not threaten violence against any individual or group or glorify violence. I've done that with my jokes. Terrorist organization, hate groups are not welcome and prohibited from using hats, rules, rule, content that supports terrorism, hate groups, or communications, hate or communicates hateful or harmful information, including promoting violence or exclusion of a class or group of people, glorification or promotion of terrorist or hate organizations, including ideologies, prominent terrorists or criminal figures, and acts content that depicts the insignia, logos, or symbols of violent criminals or terrorist organizations in order to praise or promote them, claim that individuals or groups are physically, mentally, or morally inferior, deficient, or diseased of, for any of, but not limited to, the characteristics listed above. We have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to these issues, so please don't even joke about it, because if you do, you may ban perhaps. Facts on that. Half family change our pictures. Misinformation. Streams and posts must not intentionally spread materially false or harmful information, creating and or spreading unfounded conspiracy theories, perpetuating lies about public health and other important civic matters, or denial of proven information on matters of consequence. That being said, when you show your
Oh,
videos and start
Rick,
asking
hey, how's it
why,
going, buddy?
when you show videos and start asking why people are doing it like this, that just tells you why. Play the video, shut the fuck up. Not being funny at you, but like when I did the other night, I'll play something, judge for yourself. This is where I get my information from.
Yeah. No, it was good. I mean, that's what I was doing earlier. It was
The
like
earth
I'm
is
playing
flat, stupid, and
clips. You
slim. One
decide
off
for
of you just don't
yourself.
want the platform. The COVID pandemic is fake. Trump is still president. Two babies died during the Minerva vaccine trial. So we're going the COVID vaccines are world. Now, see, yeah. See, I can get it for that. Sexual content and nudity. Oh, boy. Porn is allowed on HAPS. We know how old school. Sorry, HAPS also prohibits nudity and content that depicts, promotes, or glorifies sexual solicitation, including offering or asking for sexual partners, sexual chats and imagery, sexual services, premium sexual content, or sex scamming. We may make exceptions for nudity if the purpose is primarily scientific or journalistic, which means National Geographic. Comments encouraging sexual acts on camera are not allowed. Oh, motherfuckers in trouble. Broadcasting or rebroadcasting pornography is considered zero tolerance behavior and result in instant ban. Nudity of children, even coincidentally, not allowed on hats. Matter of fact, I support them on that. So as to protect the privacy of minors and disclose they cannot give legal consent. Facts. I'm good with it.
Is it okay if I'm nude in the chat? Yeah, you're cool.
Jesus. So don't leave it as long as you don't post. Don't leave it as long as you can't post long. Well, that's a statement from them. I wouldn't even think it was a long post. So we can talk about the earth or COVID, but racism is still. Ooh, you notice that banish? Now it did say hate groups, and you can't go against somebody for who they are. It did say that in there. You know they're saying you can't talk about that, nor should you include religion. Overly sexual subject. Facts. So we can only talk about the weather. Might as well
Or
be in
what I
jail. Oh,
had for
stop it,
lunch.
Lenny. Is it okay if I'm nude in the chair? It's very okay. Matter of fact, your picture, you might want to change it.
So how can I get rid of this?
Okay,
Ask
It's
me.
go. So you tried to left mouse click on it, correct?
Yeah, I clicked on it. Everything's highlighted. Then I click
You
left
don't have an
click again.
option. Let's just say to the right of your name for that
Um,
post. Go to
what
the
kind of
right
computer?
of your name of that post and click on it.
What kind of computer you got?
Mac or
cut
PC?
PC.
Okay.
You should be able to
Try
highlight it,
to
go to the
delete
top,
it
go
with
to
your
file and
phone.
delete. Yeah.
Try to delete it on your phone.
Okay.
And if worse comes to worse, just delete the broadcast.
Facts.
You know, if it's
Yeah, sometimes you can do that, Rick. I've seen that too. I don't know how it probably cause it. Did you post it, Brian?
Yeah, I posted it.
You should be able to delete it in the problem, like Rick said. Yeah, I
yep.
agree with that.
Hang
Huh. This is
on.
interesting. Yeah, I'm reading it. Yeah. Okay. This is
So
gonna be
you good
interesting.
or you're not gonna be good?
I think I'm gonna be good
You're gonna be
because I
Good.
don't necessarily. I'm only on here.
You're only on here. You're not streaming to YouTube and Facebook
No,
and
no.
all the other stuff.
I'm only on here.
If you was
I'm only
connected
on
to the
here.
other systems, then there'd be a problem.
There we go.
Yeah,
Deleted.
yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
So I'm
Deleted.
here.
Cool.
I'm just here.
I
Yep.
appreciate that, though. I'm glad you
This
put it
is
up
this
there.
is only Haps. This is only Haps related. So
Hmm.
I'm only on Haps. So
Bottom left of your screen, look for community guidelines. On the computer, Lenny, I don't see that. On my bottom left, there's nothing.
See, I mean, see, this is what it's annoying. It's like we're sharing notes, so we're not spreading misinformation. We're just comparing notes and trying to get an understanding of this shit.
Sharing
yeah,
notes is
pretty
one thing.
much.
Thing is another. Always remember that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but I'm just saying, like, this is what I found, and then you're giving your input. We're all giving our input, but it's like it's not
Input
spreading
becomes
misinformation.
controversial. Input becomes
Yeah,
controversial. All you got to do is state the facts and leave it at that. State the testimony. State what's written. State what's documented. You're not wrong there.
Yeah.
Proven documents are
yeah.
fine. I see it, but I'm not in the stream, so when you're not in the stream, you will see. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
and
about to
if you
jump
got
down
a
and go
bunch
to
of
bed,
people
fellas.
coming around hearing your stuff, that's a problem too. So
And
they're gonna be like,
they
oh,
build their ideas off of what you show. I can halfway give them some of that. But like I said, half of
Yeah.
what you show is credible. And like I tell people, every time I'm up here, y'all know I'm gonna see me watching the news. I'm watching this shit up there.
Yeah.
You can't call me a liar. I'm gonna turn in. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, fellas. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow night for real. Pray for
Yo,
Toodaloo.
us Saturday night. We're gonna go
before you
wild out.
go,
Yes,
what time do you have to be to work in the morning?
7.
Oh, okay, you're fine.
No, I'm not. I
You
gotta get up at 5.
you're
I got
fine.
to get up at 5. I got 4 hours.
It
so
was the
fuck.
day when you said you had to be there at 5, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like,
Yeah, I wanted to be there for overtime. I wasn't gonna make it. I had to shut this down damn near 9 to make it into overtime. Be good, Lenny. Be good, Ben. It's good seeing all y'all for real. But I will definitely holler
Word.
at y'all tomorrow though, for real. All right? Read them guidelines. Check your notifications. Banish.
Yeah.
I'll deal with you tomorrow. Y'all take it light, man.
be good,
All
man.
right, man. Appreciate it coming
Be
up.
safe.
Appreciate y'all.
Word. Take it easy, man. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's
Good
wild,
old
man. It's
cheese.
just trying to share. You
Hmm.
know. Hey, Rick, I'm gonna invite you up.
Go crazy, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
man.
I mean, it's just you know I know that's like a touchy subject, but the thing about it is, we're all kind of like left in a lurch. We're all trying to figure out, trying to make sense of everything. That's all we're basically doing is trying to make sense of everything.
Right.
Well, in this situation, and I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but someone from the Haps team should have did a broadcast and say, "Hey, we updated our community guidelines. Here's what this means. Here's
Yeah.
version whatever. Here's the new version."
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
definitely what should have happened.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean,
Yeah, because people gonna just get on, do what they got to do, and then all of a sudden, when they're zapped off, you're like, "What the hell just happened?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't read the guidelines. Psh, what guidelines? They updated the
Yeah. I didn't.
guidelines.
I didn't.
Really?
I didn't even know they updated it. Yeah.
right.
Me neither.
Yeah. I didn't notice till Lenny said something. I'm like, wait, what? And then
Yeah.
and then that's what she said. Yeah, Rick read it out and
Hmm.
like, bam. Gotta love that
Crazy.
authoritarianism. But again, their house, their rules.
Yeah, it's
Their
their
house, their rules.
rules.
So,
Yeah.
oh man.
So, like Joe, I come to your crib, and I come in. I got mud all over my Timberlands, and I'm getting ready to walk through
Oh
your
hell
front door.
no.
You're like, "Whoa, Ted." You're like, "Yo, shoes off. Come on, buddy."
Word.
I'm like, "All right,
Yeah.
your rules."
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shoot. Now wait till you walk up in the crib, all that stepped all up on my couch.
Expect fuck your couch. Fuck your
Word, and then
couch.
I'm there like, yo, what the hell are you doing,
You're
bro?
like, "What are you doing? What do you have
Yeah.
on your feet?" I'm like, "What? Why didn't you say anything when I was at the door?" Well,
Hmm.
I thought you did your job, man. I thought you knew.
All right. So if I'm gonna if I'm gonna share videos of other stuff, then it would just be food. That way everybody's happy. But then again, you might offend somebody. I'm vegan. How dare you show beef? I swear, I swear, I shake my head. I shake my head at a couple of dumb shit that goes on in the country. I mean, like some of the stuff that comes across my YouTube deal, and I just look at it, I'm like, really? Somebody actually went above and beyond. I mean, like you read about those ASU students.
yeah.
Jesus, I'm like on the video, they're talking about we're being punished because we were forced to take action to help defend people. You were forced. No, no, no. Nobody forced you. You volunteered because you wanted to feel
Word.
special. Yeah,
Rick,
his
we we
beef.
we, we wouldn't want to see that.
Yeah,
Who, James? What James was doing? James was in the tub?
he was taking a bubble bath, and then he went to lean over. All you saw was like his
Oh
thigh, and
my god.
Doing too
Holy
much.
James.
Doing
Holy
too
James,
much.
bro.
yeah.
Oh.
So the only other question, Ted, is when are you gonna like not tell your wife and order the Wagyu steaks?
Oh, dude, I have the tab up on my computer. It's gonna be very, very soon.
Tax season's coming up. You got a refund.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
But I think I'm gonna have to work with you so
Hey,
you can
Milton.
tell me specifically which one to get.
I would have to go with the ribeye. I mean, not the. I mean, I'm a ribeye guy, but when it comes to Wagyu, the strips, the New York strips.
Okay.
Yeah. Milton, live from the mountains.
Yo,
James
there
is
was
taking
some.
a bubble bath on my broadcast. Just like,
Yeah,
jeez.
yeah. Yo, there was a YouTube video I seen, like a YouTube short. I
Mm-hmm.
guess
Yeah.
it's some guys called Food City or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
yo, they had this. I guess it was either a Wagyu tenderloin. I guess it was. It was kind of filet. You know what I mean? Filet mignons off of it or whatever.
Yeah.
But yo, the marbling on this thing was ridiculous.
Really?
It was heaven.
Yo, you gotta see this thing, man. Oh my god. Yo, I seen it. I said, yo, that's not real, man. That's not real. I said, that's not real. That's
Yeah.
not real. I said, how much meat are you gonna really get off of that? Like, yo, if you cook that thing down, like, how much meat you really gonna get off of it?
So Brian, you know best. Once I get it, and the way I like to cook it, and if you
Yes.
on a Blackstone grill, are you talking about searing and then you're just flipping it like really quick?
I would leave it on there for about a minute and 40 seconds on each side.
Wow.
That way you get it done medium rare.
Milt, what's
But
going on?
but what's going on, Milton? Now remember, it has like rich fat content,
Hey,
so the fat will cook. Especially if you do it over a flame.
Okay.
I cook because that's the way when I got it, I cooked it over the flame. It was so hot that pretty much like all the fat crisped. I was like, whoa! It was ridiculous. And soon, Milton, you should do the same. You should order yourself some Wagyu, Japanese A5 Wagyu steaks.
Wait,
this is
Which
wait,
gentlemen,
Milt, are you a vegan?
Oh no, I've actually had some Wagyu steaks when I was in Japan, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
which, by the way, gentlemen, I shall present to you. I don't give a damn about the guidelines. I'm sharing because we're all beef eaters. We love steak. We're men. I don't give a damn.
Uh
We are
oh.
men, damn it.
Here we go.
Ruh-roh.
And this are the show. It is the
Mute your
only piece
mics.
of meat
Mute.
that have made
oh,
me forget about
it's my
steaks. When
guy
you take a closer
Guga.
look, you can understand why. Take a look at the
I
marbling
love
of
Guga,
this.
man.
Nothing is better than this. We're talking about the Wagyu Marbling Score 9 short rib. It is perfection. And for today, I'm going to be doing an experiment with two of them. Since it's the first time me having a piece of meat like this, I always like to try different things. The very first one, we're going to keep it traditional. I'm going to be putting a nice, beautiful smoke and enjoying it. The second one, on the other hand, we're going to be deep frying it. Now, the question is, which one is going to be better? That we're going to be finding out real shortly, as this is the only piece of meat that have ever made me forget about steaks. So let's do it. The first thing I like to do is to remove a little bit of the external fat. We want to expose the meat so that we can get a little bit of seasoning on it. Remember this, salt does not penetrate fat. So by removing
Your mic.
Okay, sorry about that. Good call. So yeah, when it comes to trimming fat like that, especially like on a brisket, you want to have like a good amount because you want that to render. Don't take too much off, and then it'll be real lean, and that parts will get dry. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's that. You just gotta like kind of have a good eye on it to portion cut it.
Yeah.
And back to the video.
the external fat, we're actually helping it become better. Because once I was done, take a look. This is what I was left with. And the more I look at it, the better it looks. Take a look at this marbling, friends. This is not something you see every day. It is a very special piece of meat. Now to season it, I'm going to keep it real simple. First, I went in with salt. This is a thick piece of meat, so I made sure to season it properly. Not only the top, but also all sides. Once that was done, I went in with black pepper. I am using coarse black pepper today. This will help create that traditional barbecue bark, which I absolutely love. As you can see, once I was done, everything was perfectly seasoned. So into my Camp Chef smoker, it went at 275 degrees Fahrenheit. Usually about 4 hours is good enough, but the actual time is to be determined real shortly. And here's a huge tip if you do not like a crunchy bark. Grab a spray bottle and fill it up with this mix, which consists of 3 parts water and 1 part apple cider vinegar. Like I mentioned, if you don't want any crunchiness on your bark, spray it every 30 minutes. Keeping it nice and wet is the way to go. At the same time, don't overdo it because you don't want the temperature in your smoker to fluctuate. Do everything you can to maintain the temperature as steady as possible. That is the key of good barbecue. As the short ribs was cooking, it was perfect because it allowed me time to make an incredible side dish. And to do it, it's super easy, and here's how. The first thing to do is to cook up some bacon. We want to cook them all the way through, but we don't want them crunchy. Usually when they start foaming up like this is a sign that it's ready. Then go ahead and strain the bacon oil. In the same exact pan, throw in some white sweet onions. Mix it well under medium-high heat and let that onion absorb that bacon fat. And in case you are running out, you can always put a little bit more. Let them cook until they start getting a little bit of color. Now throw in some dehydrated garlic followed by the bacon we just cooked and a good amount of corn. I am using sweet corn from the can. Yes, that's right. This is the easiest recipe you ever make, I'm telling you. For some color and flavor, I threw in a little bit of green onions. Mix everything well and combine those ingredients together. Then I season it with a good amount of salt, followed by tahini seasoning, a good amount of heavy cream, and then I threw in some cotija cheese. As always, exact amount and ingredients always on the description down below for you. Now you want to mix this well and let this thicken up. Keep it under medium-low heat. We don't want to bring this to full boil. As once you are happy with the thickness of the sauce, throw it into a pan, spread it out nicely, add some more cotija cheese, followed by a little bit of extra tahini seasoning, and finish it off with some parsley. Now that is one of the easiest elote to make at home, and it is delicious. Trust me when I tell you, you want to make this, and it will be perfect to go along with the short rib. Talking about that, after 4 hours in the smoker, this is what it looks like. You can clearly see a good pull back on the bone. That is a sign that it's cooking. But most importantly, take a look at that redness. It lets you know that it got a nice smoke ring, which means that this has a good smoky flavor. But hey, it's not fully cooked yet. For that, I'm going to be giving some extra help with aluminum foil. Wrap it up nicely and it's ready to go into the smoker. It will stay there until everything is nice and tender. Usually takes about 2 to 4 hours. It all depends on the size. That's real good because it allows us time to go ahead and prepare the second one. And I can't get over of how beautiful these short ribs look. Take a look. That's what I'm talking about. Now for the second preparation, the first thing I needed to do was to split them. So I went right through the bones and cut them up. Once I was done, I was left with some incredible pieces. Look at the marbling of this thing. Like I mentioned previously, this is not something you see every day. And I cannot wait to find out how it's gonna taste. Now for this one, we're gonna be keeping it really simple with the seasoning. I just went with a good amount of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper. I seasoned them individually to make sure that every single one of them got a nice coating. As you can see, once I was done, they were perfectly seasoned. Every single edge is covered. Now to cook them, I'm going to be using the Wagyu fat, as I'll be deep frying all of them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. As soon as they go in, I'll be lowering the temperature to 300. I'm looking for an internal temperature of 190 degrees Fahrenheit internally. Once that's done, I'll be letting them rest for 30 minutes. But now that you know exactly how this is going to go down, I say it is enough talking and it is time to deep fry them. So let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, food porn. Yeah, baby, that's the way I like it.
Before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, HelloFresh. Yes, you see me cooking many different things all the time, but sometimes on my editing days, I want to step back and not have to think about it and just go ahead and cook. I just need it to be as easy as possible. Most importantly, I want food that will help me stay on track. HelloFresh has 50 weekly menu and market items to choose from, including some that are calorie smart and carb smart recipes. I can indulge in delicious home cooked meals. The recipes are so delicious. HelloFresh has more 5-star reviews than any other meal kit, so you know you will get something amazing. And yeah, it's so easy. They offer a wide variety of quick and easy recipes, including 20 ribs.
I love short rib.
Here's what we got. It is a very new special cut. So I did a little experiment. We have this one here, the traditional version, and the Google version. I don't know if the Google version is going to be good, but if it's not good, I'm going to be real mad, everybody. I don't want to mess this one up. And then we got a little elote here as a side dish.
That looks good.
Huh? Okay, listen, enough talking. Let's give this a try. Just dig in.
Okay, so I'm
One
not.
entire rib.
I cannot be as fancy as you. I'm just going with my hand.
Should we just grab out the bone and go caveman style, or what should we do?
I think that's the only way we can do this.
Huh? Let's do it, huh? I think so. Ready for it?
Oh my god!
All right.
Dude.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go caveman style.
Angel, you want to switch? I feel.
Whoa! Look at that, everybody.
Angel, you're sick. I feel like you should get.
Angel got the small.
You guys okay? Y'all been, there's a lot of drooling going on. I know Rick is like, oh my god.
Well, I don't eat after 7 p.m., so this is hard for me.
Yeah.
Nah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, the only like with like when it comes to the smoking it, you got it like at a certain time it'll plateau on the temperature. So even though to have it cooked the way you want to, like on a brisket, like you want the internal temp to be at least between 205 to 210. But for a while, it'll be stuck at like anywhere from like 165 to 175 for like an hour. So that's what they call like plateau or stall. That's the annoying part. But other than that, but once you get it at the right core temperature, oh my god! Because at that beef tallow that I put the link in there, we rendered it down. We put it in like when we injected it into the brisket. After I seasoned it up, we injected it all areas of the brisket. Man, dude, it was like next level, just next level. So yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow.
Okay, all right. I'll play the clip.
Tallow.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, food porn.
Well, this one. Angel.
You sure?
When I'm sick, I don't need it.
Damn.
Look, everybody, check that out. Not off the bone, but hanging on by a thread. All right.
I think if I wiggle, man, you know.
Yeah, I don't think I can take a bite like this, so I'm forced to use a fork and knife. Right, let's see. I'm gonna try, Leo. I'm gonna try. Hold up. All right, I got it, everybody. Oh no, I got it. Now here's one of the things. So I was trying to explain one of the things that is important. If you don't want a crunchy bark, you gotta spray it. And we definitely don't have a crunchy bark. We have a nice tender.
My mouth is not only
Oh my god, it's
salivating,
so
I have a waterfall going on right now.
Okay.
I cannot wait to work with this.
Lucas fell off.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, enough. Let's try it. Cheers, everybody.
They're definitely teasing Toby.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That is otherworldly good.
You don't need to.
Damn, that's good. Respect. This one right here, everybody. I'm telling you right now. Extremely tender. What do you think, Leo? Tell me. I know you're excited, Leo.
I had to go for another bite. It's like this one. You don't even need anything. As soon as it hits your tongue, it just starts immediately disintegrating. This gives a whole new definition to melt in your mouth.
Yeah, this is melt in your mouth.
Mm.
The seasoning of it is perfect. That bark is absolutely to die for, man. This is an absolute treat, Guga. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
I don't know if you can tell. I'm crying inside, everybody.
I'm just eating. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just eating.
I give this a 10 out of 10. What do you guys think?
100% agree.
Okay, very good. Exciting. I can't wait to finish this one right here, but I'm ready to dug in. Let's go to the next one.
I think the sick guy is trying to say something.
Bring that to this side.
You want to try the elote? Okay, come over here, Leo. Let's see. Oh, Angel, no one. Okay,
All right, he gets.
it's not feeling great. And that little sauce that is at the bottom,
Oh
absolutely
my
sick. You ready?
God. I don't know what smells better, the short rib or the elote.
The elote is
Oh my
absolutely crazy.
God.
Okay,
So aromatic.
by the way, there's a little bit of bacon in there because we need it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like we don't have enough meat. Okay, let's try the elote. Cheers, everybody. Oh man. Oh Lord, have mercy. I'll tell you that right now.
I've died and gone to heaven.
I'm telling you right now. Everybody, I know.
This is so good.
That is the perfect side dish for this ribs right here. But
That side dish, no joke.
enough. Stop eating that one. We got another one. You got the biggest one from here.
I can't stop eating this elote.
Andrew, you pick first. A big fat one. That's good.
You have the honors?
Oh, okay.
This one looks
Oh,
super
this
juicy.
one is not as tender. I tell you that right now. Look at that.
No,
This
not-
one don't wiggle, everybody.
Not as much as the last.
No, this one. Let me see. It's not tender. Now here's the big difference, though. This one here took 8 hours to cook. Now this one here I only cooked it in 3 hours. So you know, let's think about that.
Yeah.
I feel like a sneak peek.
Oh, yeah, what? Okay,
Hey.
listen. Enough talking. Let's give this a try. Cheers, everybody.
Oh,
Oh my God, dude.
That's good, but it's not as tender.
No,
But
It's
the flavor.
the flavor is good. It's salty. It's fatty. It's super juicy.
this one feels more stew meat.
Like stew, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a pressure cooker style. You know what I mean?
It also has
Oh
that
my
little
Lord.
taste of-
I hope you guys can see this and it's coming through the camera. Look at that fattiness, everybody. Flavor is amazing. Not that tender, falling apart, but I think it has its place in the kitchen. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If you want to have a different style,
I think the smoked one is the way to go, though.
come
I
on.
mean,
No,
Is it unanimous? Is the smoke one much better.
You ate it all already? Damn.
The smoke one is way better, but don't diss this one because it has its place in the kitchen. And if you're in a hurry, just cook it like this because you eat it faster.
That smoked is really, really good, but this is no joke either. This is
Joke?
amazing.
Oh, Leonard.
So what do y'all think?
Oh man, that dude never fails, man.
No, he always delivers, especially when they smoked half a cow.
Oh my God, I seen that.
They
Jeez.
smoked half a cow. I mean, you
The-
had all
the
you had
pork
all the
ribs-
YouTubers on there. Mm-hmm.
The pork ribs looked amazing, but the side dish looked fattening.
It was all around heaven bliss.
Yes.
Yeah, man. That
I
dude.
mean, Rick, come on, that was all around great.
And you would
I'm gonna look-
immediately go into a coma right after that. Milton.
Word,
dude.
Yes.
I mean, like,
word,
I
man.
still want to try the Wagyu picanha,
Oh my God, don't even start about that one, man.
dude.
Oh my God.
Picanha's good. I've had the prime cut, but man, dude, I have not tried Wagyu picanha.
Nope. Picanha, man. Who would ever guess?
Brian, at 1:30 in the morning Eastern time, that's torture.
Yes. Yes.
You'll get over it.
Oh, oh. Good stuff though, man. And that
course.
man got me onto getting a sous vide machine, yo.
Oh yeah, sous vide everything.
Hell yeah. When I first seen his channel, he's the guy who got me in a sous vide. Mofo, man.
Yeah.
Man, sous vide
All right,
everything.
all right. So Ted, this
Yes.
is just for you,
Okay.
and Rick. Rick and Ted, this is just for you.
Okay.
Yeah, there should be like a show, Rick and Ted.
Rick and Ted, yeah. Because I know Milton, you're just gonna be like, I'm just here. I'm gonna drool.
Ruh-roh.
There we go. Nope. There we go. Da da da. And da.
This Japanese Wagyu A5, the best and highest graded beef in the world, is more absolutely incredible. I got a great deal on the steaks from Grand Western Steak. To enjoy this wonderful piece of meat, you must know the best way how to. From previous videos, I just cooked the whole thing as a regular steak. But today I'm going to show you the best way to enjoy Japanese Wagyu A5. This is a steak to be shared, and even though it is expensive, one steak is enough for a family of 5. I know that sounds crazy, but if you cook the way I did, I can guarantee you it will be a hit with your family. And when you take in consideration an expensive steak like this split it with 5 family members, it is expensive but not that bad. When opening the bag, it is an experience by itself. Forget about your regular steak from your grocery store. As soon as you put it in your hand, the steak starts melting and it feels just like butter. As you can see, the marbling is ridiculous. And for today, I'm going to show you how to prepare this wonderful steak for a family of 5. So let's do it. For this
I don't know
Wagyu
if I can
experience,
handle
I
this.
am going to show you how to have Wagyu 3 different ways. And to start, I sous vide some eggs at 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. And what this does is it 100% pasteurize the eggs, leaving the yolk nice and creamy so we can have it with our Wagyu. Once it was completely pasteurized, I removed all the egg whites and just kept the yolk. And our first preparation was done. It doesn't get any easier than that. Even though I am cooking
No
the
yolk.
eggs for 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour, you are welcome to leave the eggs in there up to 8 hours and it will not change its texture. That's fantastic because it gives you enough time to prepare that wonderful Wagyu for cooking. For my second preparation, I am using this Japanese rice. I have to confess with you that I learned this from Master Sushi Chef Hiro. And when he cooked it there for me, I was in love with it. And lucky me, he taught me how to do it and I'm going to show you guys how. As you can see, the grain of this rice is different from any other rice I've ever cooked. Look how small and thick it is. It is a premium rice from Japan. And when eating this rice, the texture is quite unique. It's kind of chewy, soft, and delicious. It is hard to describe. Do not think that your regular rice at home is the same because it is not, trust me. And if you're interested in getting this rice, remember everything is always in the description down below. Another thing I learned from Chef Hero was a vinegar sushi rice. I've tried regular sushi rice vinegar from my supermarket and always hated the taste, but this one is different. And even Angel, that hates every type of vinegar, love this seasoning, and this is the one I'm using today. Another thing I learned was to cook rice properly. I've always cooked my rice in a regular pan with boiling water and steaming it often, and it comes out pretty good. But Chef Hero recommended me to get a rice cooker, so I did. And this one was only like 20 something bucks on Amazon. And he said that like, it's a lot easier when you use a rice cooker, and he was right. To cook the rice, I started off by using 3 cups of rice, filled all the way to the top. Then I washed it about 4 to 5 times until the water was clear. By the way, it will never get 100% clear, just a little clearer than the beginning. Once washed, I immediately drained it and put it on the rice cooker. Now, this is probably the most critical part that I learned from Chef Hero. It is important to use 1 cup of rice with 1 cup of water. Any more or less, it won't be the right texture. After that, all there's left to do is put your rice cooker to cook. Once cooked, I was rewarded with perfectly cooked rice. To finish it off, all you have to do is put the rice on a bowl, add your sushi vinegar, mix it well, and your rice is done. To enjoy this rice with our wonderful beef, I shaped it up into sushi style shapes. And it's pretty simple and easy to do. Just use cold water and shape it in your hand as best as you can. As you can see, by no means am I a sushi chef master, but I'll tell you what, they did turn out pretty good. Check it out. Now that we have our eggs and rice ready, it is time to get back to the king of the show. I started off by removing the fat, which will be used for several different things. I've even showed you how to make Japanese Wagyu A5 fried rice. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out. Then I split the rest in 3 different pieces. Now that I got these beautiful pieces, the very first one I am going to be slicing very, very thin. From previous experience, the best way to slice it thin is by first freezing it a little bit. So I am going to put it on my freezer for no longer than 45 minutes. And the second one, I am going to be doing the same exact thing as well. I'm going to be slicing it very, very thin so that we can enjoy it in different ways. Now this piece here, which is mostly fat, as you can see, we still have a little bit of meat on it, and I'm going to slice it off so that we can enjoy that piece as well. The fat, there's several different uses for it. Besides making Japanese Wagyu fried rice, today I am going to be using it to grease up my grill. For the last piece, I am going to be cooking it as a regular steak. I'm just inserting my thermometer to ensure I cook it perfect doneness. Today I am shooting it for 115 degrees Fahrenheit. I want it rare to medium rare. I'm also not seasoning anything, only until the end when we're ready for tasting. After 40 minutes of being in the freezer, my steaks were ready to be sliced. Check it out.
Yeah, see, I don't know how to actually check for the right temperature on that. I normally go by feel because like this is like rare,
Right.
medium well, and then well done. I just go by
Yeah.
touch. But yeah, the whole temperature, that's to me that's kind of complex. But yeah, overcooked steak, I mean, yeah, that's one thing like with the Wagyu because of the texture and the fat content, it burns faster, so you really got to keep your eye on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, but so far, like, man, that's just delicious. Yeah, I got all my grilling education. I used to work at Sawgrass Steakhouse, one of the Texas steakhouses, and that's where I learned how to grill. Oh, it's cool, Milton. It's cool. Ah. Okay, let me see. I can think of probably like another video I could probably
It's
share.
food temptation.
I know. Um. Hmm. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Thank you, Milton. Okay. No more video sharing for tonight. So, what do you think, Ted?
Yo, it's really.
Oh my god.
Milton's like, yo, I can't deal with this.
No
Wait.
more. No
Rick,
more.
before you go,
I gotta eat.
I just got my $25 coupon
nice.
from Grand Western Steaks,
Uh huh.
and I'm looking now.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
Rick, this one's for you, buddy.
The only problem is they
Oh
said
hey.
service is usually next day service, but since Monday's a holiday,
Uh
I won't
huh.
get it till Tuesday.
Hey,
Oh,
as
this
long
man
as you
talking
get
about.
it, you're good to go.
Oh, now he's
But my
showing the.
question, and I know I keep asking the same question. What you're
Uh huh.
telling me, it's gonna cook like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just it's because of the fat content. That's the thing. Because the fat would cook really fast,
Yeah.
and you would really have to really keep your eye on it. But if you do like about, if you at least do about like a minute 30 on each side, you should be good to go.
Yeah.
At what temperature?
Um, see, that's a good question. I really don't. I mean, I would probably like on a grill because like we have a pellet smoker, but on the grill we have it cranked up to 400 because
Right.
the metal crates when the fire hits it, even though it's 400 degrees, but with the additional heat, it makes the grate hotter. So it'll probably add like
Hmm.
a new two. So even though we're at 400, but it's gonna go up to 600. So I'm gonna show. Oh, here we go. All right. Here's another
Man,
link for y'all.
yeah, you don't gotta go really crazy with the heat to
Yeah.
cook them steaks. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then also too, like if you don't have a grill, you can use a skillet or a cast iron
Right.
Yeah.
skillet. But like if you use it on
Yeah.
a skillet, you just have it set at medium high. So that
Yep.
way it will cook properly because if you have it on high and with the fat content, you got to have like your windows open, the fan
Scorch, yeah.
going because all that smoke's going to
It's gonna
hit.
scorch, yeah. Scorch the hell out your steak.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Scorch that
so
fat up.
so file your taxes, everybody, and when you get your tax return, there you go. You're welcome. Your tax
He's
return,
like, you're welcome.
has went to a good use.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Oh.
So
Oh.
Joe, you cooked one before,
I've had before. I've had before sometime back, yeah.
but
Um
you cooked it. You cooked it.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good little investment thing, you know what I mean? When you want to try some exotic stuff, you know what I mean? Get yourself
Right.
some Wagyu, man. Yeah. It's good stuff. You don't gotta
Yeah,
go
and
crazy with it. It's
But
real
were
simple, super
were you like
tasty.
nervous when you were cooking it? Because you
Nah,
know,
nah, nah.
because it's different than just going like since we're on the East
Yeah.
Coast, so Brian may not notice if we say Western beef, or if we say um not Western beef, it's any one of
Associated,
these
yeah, Western beef
associate
associated,
key
sea
food where
town,
you
something
walk in
like that. Yeah,
there, it's
yeah,
different because you're not
yeah.
ordering something for $50 or 80 or ninety
right.
dollars.
Yeah, yeah. You just gotta
Yeah,
have your
and
confidence up there, man.
Right.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
all it
and,
is.
and
Yeah,
when people are wondering why is this so expensive, it's like the work that gets put into it. I mean, like these cows are like legit pampered,
yeah,
pampered, so that we get the
yes,
good
sir.
quality of meat. Um, because I mean, like, just look at that. That was like right out of the box.
Yeah.
and that was from Crowd Cow, and they give that they certify it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they put the stamp on that.
Yeah. Some places they give you, if it's like high quality, they give you like a certificate or some stuff. Oh yeah, I posted this, put this video real quick of this damn that
Okay.
tenderloin I was talking about
Oh,
on
okay. All right.
YouTube.
Let me. All right. I'll open the window. Let me go ahead
Cause I
and.
seen this, I seen this thing, man, and I said, bro, what, what?
Yeah.
That's how you know where I come from. You know, we eat iguana, so you know what I mean. It won't hurt to have some. You know what I mean?
All
Some
right.
wagyu.
Okay. Here we go. Getting it set up. Present. Select the screen. There we
Yeah.
go.
There's this clip here.
All right. Here we go.
Have I seen anything like this before? This thing weighs 21 pounds. Normal fillet weighs about 6 pounds of trim. Oh my god, look at that marble is crazy. Let's cut into this. Dude,
Look at that thing.
are you kidding me? Okay, this may have just made my entire week. This is the most marbled piece of Wagyu we have ever
What
seen
is
in our
that?
entire lives over
That
here.
is
This is an
insane.
A5
That's what
BMS
I
12
said.
fillet. And if it was possible to go
Oh
over
my
12
God.
isn't, this thing would have nailed it.
That
It
is
is just crazy.
insane.
So these are
See?
available on their site. They're going to be
Yo, I
available in the
said y'all got to
store.
see this. I was like,
Happy
I thought
holidays,
about you when
everybody.
I
Woo!
seen this, Brian. I
What?
said, yo, you got to see this thing. I was like, Brian won't believe this if I even explain it to him. So
Crazy.
I seen this, yeah, because this is what I do. Like during certain times, I go through YouTube and look at certain
We hit 2
stuff,
million
and
subscribers,
that joint
everybody.
popped up,
That is
man.
absolutely
I said,
incredible
y'all
to
had
me.
to see that.
Thank you so much for your
And there's
support.
a site. They
Without
have
you,
a
these videos
company,
would never been
so they
possible.
sell
And that's why
those.
I do it, because I love your feedback. You guys put fire on me. And let me tell you something. We are just getting
Okay,
started
Google, man.
because everything is about to go way, way
But
beyond
yeah,
what you ever
I got to go to
expected.
Miami and meet
Starting
this
with
dude.
this cut of meat today. It
for
is
real.
2 million subscriber special. Check it out.
And here we have the star of the show, because this is the queen of all meats, and it is the
Yes,
real thing.
sir.
And here's the certification of authenticity. It's the
There
real
you
deal. And I
go.
want to say a huge thank you to my meat
Oh,
dealer Emilio
my
from Grand
Kazi.
Western States. This piece of meat is almost
Yeah,
impossible
that
to get it
guy.
where I'm at. But as always, my
Emilio,
meat
that's his
dealer
meat
always
dealer.
comes through. And to be
Yeah.
100% honest with you, I never thought
Yeah,
I'd
that's
be
his
able to
meat
lay my
dealer.
eyes on this piece of meat. Because
Yo,
if you've
Ted,
been
this man
watching my
has a
channel for a while,
fridge
you know that I
full of
love this.
Wagyu.
It has honestly
Yo,
been an honor to introduce this cut of meat to the whole world, especially because when
yo,
I
it's
started this
so
channel, almost
crazy.
no one knew what picanha was. But now you can see it in almost every single YouTube channel. That makes me
Yo,
very proud. And as I start opening this package, it is a complete experience by itself. And I thought it would be really important for me to show you how the journey got me here. Because we
yeah,
never
man.
started with this. We started with the original picanha. And in the
You go
beginning,
to
this
the
cut was
Brazilian
not known at
barbecue,
all. And as you can see,
the
they
Brazilian
always used to
barbecue
come like
spots,
this,
Mm-hmm.
almost
they
like
serve
buy
you
one,
that
get one free.
Like
This
the
picanha.
is the
rodizio
Puerto
spots?
picanha. And after removing it from the
Yeah,
Like
packaging,
the
this is
okay.
the real
churrascarias.
OG. As you can see, it
Yeah.
is a choice
Them
grade
joints that
picanha.
you,
We can
you
pretty much say that
get
it
it off
has no
this
marbling at all, but it
yeah.
does have that beautiful fat cap. And like
Gotta
every
flip
picanha,
the
the first thing you gotta
green
do
and
is to
red.
start it by
Yeah. Flip
trimming,
the little
which
coin
are
joint.
usually single skin and fat that you're not gonna eat. Another important thing about picanha is the way to cut it so that it will give you the best experience. And that is to
That
cut
is
the queen of all meats
insane,
with the
bro.
grain. The only reason we do that is because the final cut will be done
Seeing
against the
like the
grain,
fat
giving you
content
the
on that, I
best
would
eating
want to smoke a
experience. And
pecan.
I
Yeah.
mean, take a look at these steaks. Even though there's almost no marbling on them, you can see that this is a prestige cut of meat. And even though after cooking every single meat out there in the world, this one's still my favorite. So that is my very first experience with picanha. But then I started understanding a little bit more about meat, and I found something that it was called Wagyu, which translates to Japanese cow. And here I have three of them. The first
You
one
know,
is an
Tony's not
Australian
here.
Wagyu Mutton Score
It
5.
just hit
The
me.
one in the
There
middle
used to
is
be
an
a
Australian
place
Wagyu
called
Mutton
Master
Score
Grill
7.
in
And the very last
Flushing
one, you
that
know that
was
it's the
that
star of
Joe
the
that you
show.
were
And I
talking
think it will
about.
be interesting for you to see the differences between them. So I started with this one, which is an Australian Wagyu Mutton Score 5. As
Australian
I remove it from
Wagyu.
the packaging, it almost looks identical to the choice. Picanha should always have the triangular shape. That is one of the signs that you know that you're getting the real deal. And just like the previous one, you should get the same exact treatment. You
Yeah, seeing the fat content on that, I really want to smoke that because if you do it on this is what's so cool like with the offset smoker versus a pellet smoker. So on the pellet smoker, it comes with a diffuser plate. So normally on an offset, you would have the fat side up, so that way with all the smoke and everything, the fat will render into the meat. But
Yep.
on the pellet, you have fat side down, and apparently with the diffuser plate, the smoke just circulates.
It's around it, yes.
Yeah, versus offset, you gotta go fat side up and have a water pan and all that. But you can use a water pan on both to keep it moist. So
Yeah.
that way you keep it nice and tender, and you're not having to worry about it to dry out.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
First, gotta start by removing all of the silver skin and the external unwanted fat. Because the next thing to do is to slice it into steaks. And as I did, check out this type of marbling. I mean, going from choice
That's
to this
nice.
Wagyu marbling score 5 is a huge
Yeah.
upgrade. And when I ate this one for the very first time, I almost flipped.
Jeez,
Because when
man.
that happened at that time, it
That
was
is
the best piece of
crazy.
meat I've ever eaten in my life. But then, hold on a second, we jumped into this one right here, which is a marbling score 7. And as you can see, it looks almost identical. We got a nice, beautiful fat cap. It is also triangular shape. And as expected, it comes with the silver skin on the back, which it has to go. But the magic really happens when you slice it into steaks. And as I did, check it out. That is a huge
Oh.
upgrade in my books. Perfectly well marbled. And I'll
Whew.
tell you one thing, this picanha is absolutely amazing. I mean, I made a whole video about it calling it a priceless steak. Because at that time, it was the best piece of meat I've ever put it in my mouth. And it is an
Mm,
experience I will never forget. But at the same time,
that's
I'm thinking that
nuts.
this picanha right here will make all of the other ones look bad. Because as I remove it from the packaging, this 11 pounds Japanese Wagyu A5 picanha is absolutely insane. I mean, if you take a look from the side view, you would think that is just a glob of fat. But believe
And
me
it's
when I tell you
crazy.
this, that fat is not
Oh
any
my
type of fat.
god.
It is
Because when
difficult
you
to explain the
touch it,
flavor
it
because it's something that
melts.
needs to
Melts.
be
It's
That's
experienced.
what's
smooth.
And after
scary
tasting
about
so many
these
different cuts
steaks,
of
man.
meats throughout the journey of this channel,
Those
this
things
one is
So
something
melt,
yeah,
boy.
different.
so
Since
just think
it's
about
so
it like
special, I'm going to keep my mouth shut and
soft
let you
butter, how it just
experience this
feels. It
together
just
with me.
Exactly. And that's on the steak. And that's before you cook it.
yeah, and you
God.
can't leave it out too long. Like normally if you take a steak out, you leave it out 10, 15 minutes for room temperature. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
You got like 3 to 5 minutes with the Wagyu.
Yup.
Yes.
And it's crazy because nothing goes to waste on those things.
No. I
Nothing
mean,
goes to waste.
even from the Wagyu steaks, we cut the when we trim the fat off of it, we have it in a Ziploc bag in the freezer. So whenever we do another brisket, we're gonna render
Yeah.
it down and inject it.
Come on, bro. You
Yes.
injecting. Oh, this
Wait,
man.
say that again?
So what the so like you see the fat right here, like all
Right.
along here, all the fat. So when
Yeah.
we
Mm-hmm.
trimmed it down, we took the fat and we put it in a Ziploc bag. So when we're gonna
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
smoke another brisket, because we have an Instapot, we're gonna take all the Wagyu fat and render it down to oil. And then we're gonna
And
like
then
put it
you
in a syringe and we're gonna make
inject it.
injections in the brisket.
Oh,
Inject it into the brisket, dog. Come
what?
on, man.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yes.
You could take that fat, man, and put in regular meat, regular
I even
ground beef, and
yeah,
enhance
I
your
even
burgers, man.
yeah, even from like when we smoked the last time we smoked a brisket, I took all the juices, I put it in a jar and I put it in the freezer. And then when I made fried rice, I went over to the Asian market and they have like the thin cut, like super thin cut American Wagyu. And man, dude, I like took a scoop, threw it on there, and I made like American Wagyu fried rice, cauliflower
Yes,
fried
sir.
rice.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
Yes, and
That's
my
the stuff
sister,
you do.
yeah, my sister thinks she could beat me and make a fried rice. I'm like, you don't want none. Trust me, you don't want none. Because like
No.
my sister keeps it traditional, and here I am like I'm gonna throw this, I'm gonna get creative with that. Yeah, my sister don't want none. No. Nope.
Wow.
You were saying, and none of that stuff goes to waste, Ted. None of it.
That right there, you are witnessing the best steak in the world. It is absolutely perfection, and I'm so excited to be able to share this with you. And I think it's treated with the it deserves. So for the seafood, I'm going to be keeping the traditional method, which is only salt and nothing else. The only thing is to cook them medium rare. Last thing you need is to overcook these beautiful steaks. And for that, I'm going to be using my wireless thermometers. So now I say it is enough talking and it is time to cook the best steak in the world. Let's do it.
No time.
Wow.
Yeah. And I know some of y'all watching and y'all looking like, well, that's a thin piece of meat. Man. That
Look
thing
how
gets
beautiful that
fulfilling.
is. Oh,
Yeah,
medium rare.
you
Oh,
start
medium
getting
rare.
full and you don't know how, man.
All right, everybody.
Ah, commercial.
Get super full off that, man.
Here we have our beautiful picanha. What do you think?
Wagyu picanha. Come on. You're gonna ask me what I
It's not Wagyu picanha, bro. It's Japanese Wagyu A5
ah,
picanha. Did you see how
ah,
much that thing tear up?
that thing was it was literally fire.
It was basically fire. You got that right. Nice.
Literally fire.
It flare
Damn.
up
His
like there's
nephew's
no
so
tomorrow.
lucky.
Be very
His
careful. Put
nephew's
it in
so
the
lucky,
fire.
yo.
Take it out of the fire. It's not ready to experience something like this. But obviously, it's a celebration. Not something we're gonna eat every day. Probably not something we're gonna ever eat again, Angel.
No
So,
crap.
I know, right? So, without further ado, everybody, once again, thank you so much for your support. Without you, this would never been possible. You ready to try
I'm so ready to
it?
try
I know, right? I must just, pass out on this one over here. I know, right? When you literally poke on it, it doesn't even feel like you're touching anything. You ready for this?
I'm about to go. 2 million. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Oh my god.
You know what? Like when you want to snap the table. It is amazing, everybody. Everything you expect on a piece of meat, that is what this
Mm.
is. It's just, I feel like I wish every single one of you could be taking a bite of this, everybody. That is how grateful I am for you guys subscribing to the channel. We're gonna have to take one more bite in order to subscribe. Yeah, I saw that you even went with the rice. I want to try with the
I
rice
had
too.
to. I took the bite. I enjoyed it for a little bit, and I was like, "Ooh,
I didn't go with
what
the
is
rice.
this like with some rice?" And then I went and I got
Let me
some.
try with some rice. By the way, this rice here, I have made it on the channel before. It's easy to make. Everybody have not seen that video. Make sure you check it out on the card. Try with some rice. It is sushi rice with vinegar. Oh my god. Mm. It just coats your entire palate.
The fat when you bite it, it literally explodes in your mouth.
Every single bite that you take
It's
is just juices exploding all directions of a wonderful flavor that
Yep.
is impossible to describe. I know what you guys are going to ask me. How does this compare with a Japanese Wagyu A5 ribeye that we've eaten before?
it
It's
wins.
better. It's
Yeah,
better, everybody. That's all you can say.
this is the winner.
Nothing is better than this piece of meat
I'm not
right
even
here
gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie.
in the world.
This is the winner.
There is nothing
Whoa.
that comes even close. Please do not cook it
Yes.
medium or well done. This
Kanye's
meat
different, man.
deserves a perfect medium rare to rare. All right. I'm pretty sure that in Japan, they probably just slice it as, sashimi style. And the fat is white. You see that fat? Not fully cooked. And let me tell you something. Come on, do that with regular fat. You see how bad it is. Now with this fat here, it's just amazing,
Wagyu,
everybody.
bro. If you are
Yeah, man.
the worst cook in the world, but you know how to make a steak medium rare, and you got this, this is a cheat code.
That's it. When I started this channel, I never thought I would have the experience of eating a Japanese Wagyu A5 picanha like this, honestly. And just being able to experience this and share with you guys, it's something special. I will never forget, everybody. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for your support. Let us know in the comments below what you guys want to see next, and we're definitely going to make it happen. What do you think they're going to do, Andrew? What do you think they're going to ask? Oh, I know what they're going to ask.
This, but dry age.
I know, right? I know
They're gonna
that's
be
the next
like,
thing.
Yeah.
That's it, man. Good. Good lord.
So
That's
just
that
remember, Ted,
picanha.
you have the links, tax return. What your wife don't know won't hurt. What your wife don't know don't hurt.
When she goes out, that's when I'll be on the keyboard.
Yeah.
That's it, Ted. That's how you do it.
So
Yeah,
I
then
just
when you cook when you throw it on your grill and you just hear that, so you like you just lightly do it like a soft touch of the salt because already with the fat content on there, so you
uh-huh.
just you go nice and easy on the salt. If you want to add a little pepper, it's cool, like a pinch of pepper, a little bit of garlic if you want to, but yeah, just throw it on there.
Wow.
Yes. I tried to tell a couple of my guys that they're like, "Oh man, well done, well done." I'm like, "No, medium rare, dude,
No,
medium
no, no,
rare."
no,
You
no.
can't well done that. No.
I can imagine like if we all did it, it has to be though, because I mean, like how Tony, like I give him crap, but I mean, I know he means well. Well, he's gonna be like, "Well done," and then he's got the Heinz 57. So
No.
just imagine all of us were like, "Yeah, medium rare, medium rare." He'd be like, "Well done."
Nah.
Oh.
You couldn't do it that way.
Nah,
No,
not
You,
those steaks. No way. No.
no,
oh
absolutely
my
not.
goodness.
Those things are
That with some
magical,
red
man.
wine. Oh my god,
Yeah.
steak and
That's
red wine, dude.
That's where
that's
it's
like
at.
a birthday dinner.
Yeah, like special
Oh yeah.
occasions, wedding anniversary, tax return, that kind of special thing.
Yeah, Brian's really trying to sell you on buying these steaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he
He
never
trying to
heard of
get
it before until I
everybody.
introduced it to him. Then one time he was talking, he was like, "Man, I can't stop looking at that site."
No, yeah, man. Them things, especially if you grill, man, you tempted.
yes.
You're
like
tempted.
like your wife may be mad at you just a little bit, but the moment she takes that steak and puts it in her mouth, she's gonna be
Oh
like,
yeah, she's gonna be good.
all is forgiven.
Oh, yeah. She'll be like, where you got these again? Where you go buy these again?
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Telling
like
you, man.
even if you can't get Wagyu, I mean American Wagyu, check your local butcher, he may have it. Because I know like over down here, we have it at our local store. I mean, every time when I walk by, it goes from like $32 to $38, just depending on the cut.
Hmm.
Whether you want like the strip, if you want the ribeye, or if you want the man, they had a tomahawk one time, and I'm like $70. Do I want to do it? Do I want to do it? And it's like an inch and a half thick, almost 2 inches thick tomahawk. I mean, I'm sitting there like, back in my younger days, I could, but not now. I
Man.
mean, JoJo, can you do a tomahawk?
Oh, man. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I'll tell you that much. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind.
So
Yeah.
just imagine if we all like met up in Vegas and like ate at a steakhouse in Vegas.
Lord.
Yeah.
Lord. See, you put the Denver steak link up here, too.
Yep.
Denver steaks. The best kept secret, man.
Welcome.
I mean, and what I really come across is like I was really like ribeye, ribeye, ribeye. And then I come across like that for like American Wagyu, like the strip steak. Great. But then one time I was just walking and I saw like that, they had a sale on the American Wagyu, and they had like the skirt and the flank for like $12, like a good cut. And so I was like, you know what? All right, I'll give it a whirl. Man, after I put like salt, pepper, garlic on it, just a light pinch on, and I grilled it medium rare. Man, I could honestly say that if I want American Wagyu, I'll go with the skirt or a flank.
Yeah.
Then I'll go with the strip, then a ribeye. The only thing with the ribeye is just you get that large fat cap in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But other
That
than
you
that, I
just.
mean, like the ribeye is great, full of flavor.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, you can't go wrong with those skirt steaks and stuff like that because those things take heat, man. Those
yeah,
things could take a good cooking, no
yeah,
What
and
about
problem.
then,
the
You
and
don't even
prime
then
got to worry about it.
Angus ribeye?
prime Angus is good. I mean, you just gotta just make sure like the marbling content is good because I mean, it's a hit and a miss with that.
Mm,
So if you got
okay.
like if you have like a well balanced marbling on there, then get it.
Hmm.
But if it has like so, I mean, you just have to doctor it up a little bit. I mean, it's still a good steak for when you cook it properly, but just make sure you season it pretty good.
Yeah.
So I mean, you just can't go wrong with salt, pepper, and garlic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
SPG.
Yep.
SPG.
Because you have what? You have the flat top grill, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like Milton. Yeah. So you just throw a little olive oil, just a little bit of it, and then just throw that steak on there, and then, and also too, you could baste if you wanted to. You could baste it, like get some butter, thyme, yeah, butter, thyme, and garlic, and you could just baste it. But I mean, it works better on a skillet. But I don't know if you could do it on a open top. But still, I mean, when you let it rest, put butter on it, let the butter sit, let it rest for five
Hmm.
minutes,
Hmm.
and the moment you cut into it and you take that bite, fireworks. And you're gonna be
uh,
like when your wife is like, "Oh my God, that's $300," and it should be like, "Okay, $300. Okay, once a year, fine."
right.
Or wedding anniversary.
Oh. Oh.
Let's see.
Telling you,
Yeah.
man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yep. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Let me go ahead and get a few hours of sleep in.
Yeah.
Thank God I got the weekend off.
For real.
Facts.
For
But
real.
yeah, so I mean, yeah, it was just on a whim on the sharing. But I mean, I'm still gonna write more notes on our what we talked about earlier, Ted.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, and that video that you sent me about what we were talking about, Dear Black America.
Yeah,
That one was hitting. That one resonated.
yeah, because she was because and who we're talking about JoJo is a YouTuber named Gothix. She was real huge on Twitter, but when she started thinking for herself and start like going against the narrative, they started calling her out and everything, and so she's like, what the hell? So she's a free spirited, free minded individual, real smart, and there's more people like her, but they're getting shunned. But she really knows her
Mm.
shit. I mean, all the videos.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably do one more video just to give you a glimpse of what I'm talking about, JoJo.
Yeah.
She's on Twitch, Gothic's TV, but yeah, she goes in.
Can imagine.
Jeez.
Lord. My sister's over here
Gunny.
singing. She's
Ah.
wilding. She's wilding. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. She here singing.
Let me see.
Let us sing.
Word. She's doing her thing.
Let's say would be a good one. Would be a good one to. Okay, this is how I came across her. I came across this video.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'm gonna show this one. This is how I came across her, and then ever since then, I've been a fan of hers ever since. All right, and we're good. We're good. We're on. Okay, here we go. Muting the mic.
It was all in 2019. After experiencing my first online job, I was happy to end the year on a good note. My sponsor flew me out on an all-expense-paid trip to San Diego. I made a guest appearance on the Jackbox stage, made some new connections, and ended up taking home the PJ Salton Trophy. Things were looking up. I announced to my supporters that I'd be taking a break from Twitch to rebrand and work on some projects before making my comeback as a Twitch.tv innovator. I was so excited for the new year. Flash forward to 2021, and the entire globe is in complete chaos. Last fall, I voted for Trump for the first time, whereas a year ago, I would have completely rejected the idea of voting for a racist. During my experience with cancel culture, I remember someone photoshopped a MAGA hat on my head and getting so upset that someone would label me, a Trump supporter, just because of how I think. How did we get here? How did I get to a place where I intentionally voted against human rights, knowing that I'd lose friends, support, and social status? To answer this question, we need to go back a little further. It's the start of 2020. The virus makes its appearance, and we're told to quarantine so we can flatten the curve. Social distancing, food shortage, economies tanking. Despite our efforts to slow the spread, hospitals become overwhelmed. Not enough ventilators, PPE shortages. The human brain isn't built to withstand self isolation, let alone deal with stress of watching thousands of Americans die from a virus. Stay at home, they tell you. And what do most people do when they're bored at home, isolated from their friends and their family? I'll tell you, they turn to social media as a way to stay connected. May 25th, 2020, the George Floyd video starts making its rounds around the internet. It's on our timeline and it's in our news. Police brutality against African Americans needs to be stopped. They get their signs and they raise their fists as they march chanting, Black Lives Matter. Thousands fill the streets in solidarity beyond what sights can see. Meanwhile, bodies continue to stack because of the virus. We can't save your grandma, but you're not allowed to say goodbye, they continue. But what about the protesters? If the virus is so bad, why are they encouraged to keep marching? Because racism is a public health crisis. None of this would have happened to Floyd if the system wasn't racist. But it's not enough to not be racist. You need to be anti racist. And so the people kneel, apologize, and throw their fists up in solidarity. The white allies are here to repent. The marches continue, along with the looting, the riots, and the great divide. Your media politicians encourage it. But don't worry if you're arrested. They'll bail you out anyway. Over $1 billion in damage and countless deaths relating to the riots. David Dorn, Jafar Harrell, James Spurlock, Natalia Kelly, Sequoia Turner, I could go on. But don't worry about them, though. Focus on the mission. But what is the mission again? Never mind that. Breonna Taylor was just killed too, and doesn't she deserve justice just like Floyd? And don't forget about Rayshard Brooks, Jacob Blake, and Dion Kane. But wait, didn't Dion Kane point a gun? Never mind that. Just keep marching. The Proud Boys are here to help. No, those are white supremacists, and they must be stopped along with their leader, the racist, the fascist, the alt-right sympathizer, Donald J. Trump. But why is Trump gaining more support? Don't they know he's a fascist? And how can black people support him? Are they being paid? Don't they care about racial justice? The narrative is harder to obtain. So I think it's time for a new one. In comes ACB. They're going to reverse gay marriage and abortions will be illegal, they panic. ACB must never be confirmed. And since Trump put her in, a vote for Trump is a vote against human rights. Trump supporters are the enemy, goes the general consensus. But wait, Trump is getting more LGBT support. And why are women voting for a misogynist? Vote like your life depends on it. Our democracy is at stake, they say. But America is a democratic republic. The Trump supporters reply. They're storming the Capitol because they're sore losers. We're protesting because it isn't fair. These terrorists must be held accountable. Ban them, delete them, keep them quiet. Do everything in your power to silence all 75 million white supremacists, fascists, or whatever the hell you want to call them. Just keep them quiet. But only a few dozen people stormed the Capitol. Why would you silence all Trump supporters? Don't ask questions. But why were Democratic leaders outraged about the Capitol, but not about the 6 months worth of riots and death relating to BLM? Don't ask questions. But why are American journalists being added to the no-fly list? Don't ask questions. Why is big tech trying to silence conservatives, Trump voters, or those who question the integrity of the election? Don't ask questions. But if Biden's been confirmed as our president, why are they still trying to rush through another impeachment? Because Trump incited an armed insurrection against America. Now sit down, shut up, and stop asking questions.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, when certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable build-ups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic, and use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them. In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind.
Shit. Shit. That's deep.
Yeah, like she does her homework. She does her homework.
Word. Word. I
I
gotta
mean,
check.
yeah, because like she has like a lot of videos. Like she gets political on some, and then she does some where she talks about other people. Like this one interview she did was with a woman who fled communist China,
Oh yeah, I
and
do know that girl. That's
yeah, so it was like a two-part interview, but it was really really good. But she was like saying, she goes, yeah, she fled China because I like she doesn't want communism, she doesn't want socialism, and they were telling her them because like she registered as a Republican, she was getting a lot of shit from it.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean that was an interesting piece, but yeah, yeah, so I'll put it in the chat. But her name, she goes by Gothics on YouTube. So if you want to check it out more, Jojo and Ted.
Alright.
Oh, you're muted.
10 muted?
Ted's muted. Yeah, but he'll follow.
Yeah.
But yeah, she has a
Yeah.
lot of good stuff, and then you have another guy on there named Eric D. July. He's known as Young Ripper 90, Young Ripper 59, and like he's the same thing too. He's just kind of like, man, like he doesn't. He's like, man, tune out the noise, y'all. Because he's just like, this is. He's like, they want to keep you distracted. So, but yeah, so that's gonna be like another deep dive on like another political chat of like how the media and how we got in this mess, the mess. But I
Yeah,
know
I
the
know Young
political.
Ripper.
Yeah,
I
I know
don't
the political thing is not your arena, but I mean, you're feel free to listen in.
No, I'm familiar with Young Ripper. I like Young Ripper. Young Ripper's okay.
Yeah, Young Ripper's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, cause
I'm
man, like,
cool with politics, but it's just that there's certain things, you know what I mean? There's certain things I
yeah,
just don't want to bother with because it's a headache. But yeah,
yeah,
that's what it is. That's what it is. Certain
yeah.
things are a
But I
headache.
mean, but yeah, I'm still getting all the stuff together, and I'll piece it all together, and I'll invite you guys. But yeah,
Yeah.
feel free to listen in, and
Yeah.
um, yeah, because it's just what Ted and I were talking about earlier. It's just like it's crazy. It's
Right.
crazy how the whole political game has really gotten really dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
beyond dumb.
It really is,
and
man.
and like when you heard me say it before on when TJ and I were talking about the politics is like after how the Democratic primaries went down in the election, I'm like, I'm not voting Democrat ever again. So pretty much on record, Tulsi Gabbard is probably like the last Democrat I've ever voted for.
Word.
But
That'll be.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that'll be the only Democrat I vote for, man. I
Yeah,
wanted Wang, but you know what I mean. Wang.
yeah,
They halted Wang, man. They halted
yeah,
Wang.
Yeah, of course. Come on.
Bullshit, man.
yeah. I mean,
Because
Bullshit.
it
I thought,
gets to a point where he ran on the for the Democratic Party, but he didn't have the same ideologies as they had it. You know,
yeah,
for them it's business as usual.
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, and then he denounced being a Democrat. He's now independent, having it
Right,
starting up his own third party. I'm proud of
right,
him.
right.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah,
Yep.
but yeah, but man, it's just after watching the speech from Kristen Sinema, I was like, man, I had to share it. I was like, wow, I'm really impressed. Like deny on the filibuster, deny on the Build Back Better, and that's what I was saying. I was like, you have over 300 Democrats, and then whenever they try to pass something, and all of a sudden you got two people that
Hmm.
rule they rule that party
Shut
with an
down the
iron
party.
fist. They're like, nope. And then you hear them. Well, we tried, guys. They're on Twitter. We tried. Well, we gotta keep fighting.
It's a joke, man. It's a joke.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's what I'm like. President Mansion and Vice President Cinema.
I'm telling you.
Oh man.
Term limits like
Yes, gotta have
pronto.
terminal. Yes.
Yeah.
Term limits like pronto. That's it.
Man.
So what do you think would be fair? Like 4 years for a term, or you want to do 6?
No, you can do six. You can do the six.
Just
But
only
after
like two
two
terms
terms,
only.
yeah,
That's
two
it.
terms, that's
Go
it.
to another position.
Go
Word.
somewhere else.
Because I don't know how some of these politicians how they could be like a senator for 18 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I mean like what Biden's been a senator for 40 years. I'm like, when you get tired, wouldn't you be bored of that?
Exactly.
That was his
You know,
career.
they
That
wait
was
till
his
their
Yeah,
time
career.
comes. They wait till their time comes.
yeah.
And they,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then that was like that one political chat was just who like which politician could you take that you could take seriously and which politician you can't. I mean, so far top 3, no, top 4 politicians that I could probably like listen to would be like Manchin, Cinema, Dan Crenshaw, and Ron DeSantis. All them other politicians, they just talk. I mean, AOC definitely for sure. I mean, like nobody takes her seriously.
No.
Nobody takes Ro Khanna. Like, man, I went off on Ro Khanna on Twitter because he was talking about like, oh yeah, we just gotta keep fighting. I'm like, quit tweeting and start fucking doing. It's
Yeah.
like quit tweeting and start fucking doing. I
Stop with
mean,
the speeches.
yeah.
Stop with the this. Yo, and actually go and do something.
And then it's like
Right.
if you're really trying to pass something, and if you have Mansion and Cinema, they say no, hold a press conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it know. Let it known. Show your
Right.
constituents that you're actually trying to get things
Right.
done. But if you're just gonna like, they say no, and then you're gonna go on Twitter like, we just gotta keep fighting. We just gotta we're hurt on this one, but we'll get. I'm like, dude, no, you lost.
You lost.
I mean, you just had your had your head between your legs, and you just kick rocks.
Because at one
Pretty
point
much.
you're going to say, okay, you said no to this. What's the compromise?
Yeah,
That's the thing. That's the thing.
yeah, and like and then when you send me that message of what Joe Manchin said in the video I sent about Chris's sentiments, like if y'all think we can't work together for bipartisan, you're wrong. We can work together,
Mm-hmm.
but they're just so you know, it's just it's mind boggling. It's just kind of like, ew, you're part of them, then you can't be my friend. I
These are
mean,
our leaders.
and
These are
Yeah.
our leaders, our
yeah, and
elected leaders.
Swooping.
Republicans want to criticize me so much because they can't date me. When I was like, she literally tweeted that. I'm like, at this point, no one takes her seriously.
No.
Joe, she's up. She's from your town.
He's talking about AOC?
Yeah,
She
Yeah.
represents the Bronx.
Yeah, she does.
and a slither of Queens, a
Yeah,
small.
I've met the little goofball before. I've met her. I
I mean,
remember
don't get
her.
me wrong, she's attractive and all, but man, like with her actions as of late,
Yeah.
she has like a strong bias. Like she's like Democrat. You know, nobody can no, unless you're a Democrat, you can't be my friend. I mean, like
Yeah, this Democrat or
she's always
black.
saying Republican this, Republican that, but I'm like, but
Yeah.
now it's like you bash Republican state, you bash a Republican governor, but yet you're spotted partying in a Republican state, in a red state. How does that make sense?
Facts.
So yeah, that's what was like, you know, the hypocrisy of the thing.
Yeah, you got almost 300 doctors that are trying to hold Rogan accountable for the stuff he's saying. And the thing is, these doctors and the everyday people and these other media organizations don't realize that the dude cannot be canceled.
No.
No, because I mean, he has everybody on there talking,
Yeah.
and it's a good conversation, and that's what people like. They like it's a genuine conversation.
Exactly. He's having those people. Those people are speaking, and they're free to speak. And when they speak in knowledge, and that's what
Yeah.
people get upset. But then when you do your research, it's like, oh shoot. Then you put homeboy from CNN on blast. You know what I mean?
And they're pushing hard on Spotify, and Spotify is like, this is
No.
our number one guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're good.
yeah, but yeah, because like how he's owning them. I mean, like CNN, MSNBC, Fox, you know, all the big networks, they're trying to shut down independent media and Joe Rogan. But then when you look at the numbers, Joe Rogan has over 14 million followers.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. Yes,
And
sir.
then independent media is not far behind them. They're like 9 to 10 million. Because
Yep.
the thing, like
Yeah.
what I was saying earlier, why I watch a lot of independent media because at least they report. They're not.
Right.
I mean, even though
Right
like
down the middle.
yeah,
Yeah.
they actually report it. So that's what you know, and they tell you, and it's more authentic because they're not. You can see like how you know you see how Tucker Carlson is. You see how the idiots on the View, and then you have like Joy Reid and all them. You see how they talk.
Yeah.
You see how they talk, and they're trying to push a narrative. But then when you watch independent media, you see them how you know they do have their agreements, and then they have their disagreements. But you can see how they meet in the middle and have an understanding.
You might think I'm being naive.
Joy Behar.
Oh God, she's
I
the dumbest one of them all.
I kind of like sometimes the
Hey,
stuff I see on
Banish.
CBS.
Right.
The stuff I see on CBS is it's not left leaning. It's not too well. It might lean left somewhat,
Right.
but they report the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, and like in Baltimore, a black female officer was gunned down in her own squad car, killed by two black men. Where was Black Lives Matter? Where's all these activists?
Mm,
Nowhere.
Nowhere to be
That's always
found.
the problem. That's always the problem.
Yeah,
mm.
because like one of my guys, like he was all about, oh yeah, Black Lives Matter. This I said, okay, explain to me this. Why should I support a group when your co-founder pocketed all the money and she's supposed to be for the people, the black community, but yet she bought 1.3 million, 1.4 million houses in a white neighborhood.
Joe.
How does that make sense?
It's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts. Yeah, I can't say anything. It's crazy, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
when I asked him that, I was like, why should I support a group that don't do nothing?
And so that's the same way when people be trying to fight me when I talk about Dr. Umar and who is it? Who is it? Talcum X over there. Talcum X. Sean King there.
Mm-hmm.
When
Okay.
everybody was riding the Sean King wave,
Yeah.
Sean King over here, you know what I mean? Sean King ain't give a damn about y'all. Sean King cared for himself. He did all them
Yeah.
raisers, those money raisers and those fundraisers, all that stuff. And nobody ain't seen no money from nowhere from him. That man just skedaddled.
Yeah,
I
and,
went
and
to an event in 2019 called it was called Boys to Men, and they
Yeah.
had it at a local college out here, and Sean King spoke, and I was like,
now
That's
see,
what,
now
uh,
see if you think differently, then you're gonna be called and be labeled something else.
right.
uh,
And
You know,
that's
I got
how.
invited to the event, so I brought my son along, and we sat there and we listened, and I was like,
Yeah.
see ya.
yeah.
That's what like with Gothics, with Young Ripa, Brandon Tatum, ABL, Jericho Green. There's plenty more. Like if you're black and you're a free thinker and you have a difference of opinion, oh man, they shun you out. They're like, oh, you're a black face, but you're not a black voice. I'm like, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Yeah. And you gotta let
You
people
know?
see. You gotta let people see things for themselves, man. Because sometimes you try to explain and people don't want to hear. People don't want to hear
Yeah. Or they just don't want to admit.
that too. That
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
But I
dark.
mean, but it's just a matter of time. I mean, you heard me say it before. It's like if you guys haven't been paying attention the last 2 years, then I have nothing else to explain.
Yeah. There's a lot of craziness that's going on, man. People gotta pay attention to it.
But but like I was telling Ted earlier, I was like, my best friend, he doesn't vote because he sees politics as like the Twix. You got the left Twix and right Twix. Pick a side. He's like, it's the same damn thing.
It is the same thing.
Yeah.
It is the same
So
thing.
so
There's
yeah.
plenty of
So
games.
but after the Democratic primary, after watching Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard how they were treated, especially how Tulsi Gabbard is treated, nah, Democrat lost me. The Democrat Party lost me. I'm like, fuck them. I'm out. So yeah, I'm pretty conservative. I mean, I do lean a little bit Republican, but I'm down the line. But I'm more like I'm libertarian. The only time I want government involvement is if I ask for it.
Um,
Yeah.
I would say for me, center left.
Bisexual.
You know, historically, center
Right.
left. You know, but like I said, as much as everyone comes out for the presidential elections, you got to come with that same intensity for the local elections for those representatives that are supporting you
Yeah.
and in your local neighborhood, in your town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta do
I'm
that.
I mean, if you need a street light fixed or you've got potholes on your street, the most minute thing, Joe Biden is not fixing that.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
Nope, not at all.
You
no.
know, so
Yeah.
I, my only message for people is just have the same intensity. You know, like
Yeah.
you're just so gung ho for this. I'm like, really cast your vote where it really matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. In your neighborhood. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Word.
because I like a leader with a military background because just simply they were taught, they're disciplined, not you know right off the cuff and kind of
Yeah.
yeah,
That's true.
I
yeah,
won't say voting out of hate. It's just the message was I'm not him,
yeah,
and everyone was like, oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
And the thing about it is what what people don't realize is like you don't if you don't as far as like presidential candidate, if you don't like either candidate, you don't have to vote for them. You could vote down ballot because
Word.
that's pretty much what I was doing. I was like I was going to vote down ballot, because I was real kind of on Trump, and then Biden was like, oh hell no. But the moment I saw like, and we still do it the electronic voting, which I want to go back to paper and
Mm.
scantron. It ate at me, and I'm like, you know what? Since I got you gave me the finger, I'm giving you the finger, Trump. I wasn't gonna do it, but the more I kept seeing Biden Harris, I was like, nah, fuck them.
Word, because you gotta pick the lesser of two evils. Like, what you gonna do,
But
really?
evil
That's what
is
they. That's
evil.
what they drew it off. That's what they drew it
Yeah,
as. You know what I mean? Because Trump was
urinating on the
just
ballot.
there. Trump was just
Yeah,
there. Like, and people said all this crazy stuff because everybody was fueled by the fact that he was in office. Like, I don't get it, man. It's so
yeah.
crazy.
I
It's so
mean,
crazy.
and then on top of that, you got like the loyal the Hillary supporters. But the
Oh
thing about it
God.
is, it's like they can't they can't process the thought that nobody likes her because they wanted Bernie. But
Word.
if 2016 wasn't really a wake up call, is like how in the hell you have a tsunami of support
Right.
on of Bernie Sanders and all of a sudden get wiped out by Hillary like that. And the thing about it was Bernie didn't fight. He didn't tap. I mean, he just tapped out before he tapped out right when you're about to put the submission hold on him.
He got that pressure.
So
He got the pressure from the party. Party came down and said, "Okay, we need you to step aside."
Anyone
yeah,
think Biden got 85 million votes more than Obama?
yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
How is Joe Biden more popular than Obama? That's a head scratcher to me. I mean, like I said, I'll give credit where credit is due. Obama is a talker. I mean, the guy can talk. He can make the laziest guy cook a gourmet meal.
Yeah.
Word. Good motivational
I
brother,
give him
man.
that. The man knows how to talk.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. More people voted for
they're
Trump.
talking about Hillary. They're talking about bringing back Hillary in 2024.
Nah, we're good with that.
Nah, come on, stop.
That's Hey man, I told you about that guy that reported her in those emails. I told you what they did to that dude. They sniped that man in his own backyard, man.
Damn.
They
Isn't he
put that
done?
man. Yeah, they did 2 days after he put that report out.
Mm-hmm. Gone.
They put him down in his own house, in his own backyard. Crazy.
Okay, we can't talk about Hillary. We can't talk about this type of stuff.
Oh yeah, right, right. You can't, you can't.
Yeah, but the one thing I loved about Tulsi Gabbard was like back in 2016 when Tulsi Gabbard stepped down from being the DNC vice chair
Hmm.
and endorsed Bernie Sanders because she was supposed to be neutral. But then
Yeah.
Tulsi saw how much bullshit was going on, and she's like, "No, I'm stepping down. I'm endorsing Bernie Sanders." And everybody's like, "Aren't you worried about what the Clintons are gonna do to you?" And she's like, "I'm not scared." When she said that, I'm like, "I
Dude.
love this woman. I love this woman."
Word. What happened to Kanye? Kanye was just Kanye, man. He was wilding. He was like the big
So,
distraction.
but isn't there like What did he do? What did he just do?
Just Kanye was just like being a part of like Trump, and then he was gonna decide to run and all that other shit.
No, I mean there was a report this this evening when I was coming home that stated the artist formerly known as Kanye West is being looked at for an assault or something like that. It came across
Oh
like pull it
god.
up. It's something crazy.
Oh snap! Battery?
Yeah,
Criminal battery? Who he beat up? He
I
beat
don't
up Pete
know.
Davidson?
Oh,
Oh god, he hit a
Wait,
fan. Apparently, he hit a fan.
mm.
Wow.
well, if you
Rapper
talk shit,
formerly known as Kanye West. Oh yeah, because his name is Ye now. Yeah, that's right.
he's known as Ye.
He's known
If
as
I remember,
Ye.
I think he's known as just Ye now. He's not Kanye
Oh
West. He's now
god.
Ye. I think. I think that's what the kids were saying on the streets.
Yep.
He's Ye.
Yeah, man, be jamming to that Ye. It's
This
all
man's
about that
whole
Ye.
ego. That man got a whole ego. Insane,
Big
bro.
time.
But yeah, that man, that man got those off-brand Crocs that he's trying to sell. Got those joints for like 350,
They
three
look
hundred
like
fifty
space
dollars.
boots. The ones that look
Yeah,
like space boots.
that man's a lunatic.
And people are buying this stuff.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
love buying Kanye's dumb stuff. You know, that
Yeah,
man had
so
the hold up sweater, the holy sweater he had.
yeah.
Remember that joint? $3,500 for that ripped up shirt and sweater.
I pledge allegiance to the
Oh,
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
that's how she served.
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lady served
I'm
for our
Tulsi
country.
Gabbard. I'm running for president, and I approve this message because I love our country. It's why I decided to enlist after 9/11, why I serve in Congress, and why I'm offering to serve as your commander in chief to protect you, our Constitution,
Come on,
our
man.
freedom.
We had this lady, and they put
They
Biden up there,
botched.
man.
They botched.
Golly, man. And Tulsi Gabbard's a whirlwind, man. Jesus.
I know she's a breath of fresh air.
For real. We had
Completely
her and
different.
Wang, man. And they messed up both times, man.
I had
Come
a
on.
picture. I had a picture that I screenshotted from Twitter when I was on there. So it had like a list of 3 pictures. So the first picture said what you wanted, and it was AOC and Bernie Sanders. And then the second picture you had Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang saying what we needed,
Mm.
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you saw Biden and Harris that said what they gave you. And then everybody else on the comments were like, "Yeah, what the fuck."
Word. It's just sad, man. Sad, yo.
Who would be the best American to be president? At this point, I have no idea. I mean, I I have an idea, but
I don't know if the person has reared their head yet. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna hope for Hill Dog then, 2024. Hill
I'm
Dog.
done. I'm done.
Ah!
I'm done. I'm not doing
yeah,
this again.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't
yeah. I
need
mean,
that
I
lady
mean,
putting
I
her foot in her
mean,
mouth again.
until there's
Word.
actually until there's like actually somebody worth a damn, I'm sitting out.
You know who told me about that, and I gave him shit about it. Was True.
Really?
Yeah, True. I remember when True was like, "I'm sitting out. I'm done," and I said, "What do you mean?" And I used to go on these long rants with him. And he's like, I'm still sitting out, you know. And I think he sat out 2016, and I believe he sat out 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm we're not doing
Word.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It sucks,
yeah.
man.
After this past election, I'm like, that's it. I'm out. I'm like, until there's somebody actually worth a damn, Until I see like Dan Crenshaw or Tulsi Gabbard on there, then I ain't voting.
Word.
I'm just gonna just sit back and be like,
We're good, man. We're good.
Yeah, but then that's gonna make you like the other 180 million Americans that don't vote.
yeah. But here's the thing: if if they don't if they don't give me that incentive, come like okay, like I'm trying to sell you a car,
Mm-hmm.
and basically you want cruise control, you want the works.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can't give you that car, I'm like, well, okay, this car over here has
Mm-hmm.
cruise controls, power windows. You're gonna go somewhere
Right.
else, right? So
Yep.
if they're not if they're not if they're not expressing what my wants and needs are, and they're not pushing it, why should I vote for that person? If
Right, and I
if
agree
they're
with
not
you.
Yeah.
yeah, if they're not showing me anything, I'm not voting for you.
I would
Yeah.
say cast a vote, but just don't vote for them. Write
Right.
in someone.
Yeah.
Don't lose your power and not vote at all. Vote, but I don't know if you want to write in Mickey Mouse. I
Yeah.
mean,
Or D's nuts. No,
right?
no, no, no. Okay, okay. Get real. I understand I understand your perspective on Dan Crenshaw. The only reason why I would say Dan Crenshaw, other than like he represents my district, well, he represents my brother's district. But however, the one thing I can say about Dan Crenshaw is like, other than him being a retired lieutenant commander, a Navy SEAL, but the man was like disciplined. I mean, he's rationally logical, even though a lot of people could appreciate how honest he is, even though they disagree with him.
Right.
So, I mean, a lot of people like they did a survey like who would you want to see run the country, and majority of Americans want to see a Dan Crenshaw, Tulsi Gabbard presidential run.
Most people have no idea what they want from their government.
Yeah, yeah,
I
That's
won't.
true.
Yeah.
yeah. Because I think, and then that was like when the first political cast that I did.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down a lot of questions. I think I wrote like 8 or 10 questions, and one question was what like why do you vote for the party you vote for? Is it because when you grew up that's what your family sided
Mm-hmm.
with, so it's like, oh, if my family does it then I'm gonna do it?
Yep.
Or did they appeal to you to where like, yeah, you know what, I like that, that's why you got lured into whatever party? But so that was like one of the questions. And then another question that I wrote was if there's anybody in the past presidential, which one spoke out to you the most?
Mm,
And for me, it was like Bush Senior.
true.
Crenshaw is Bush. No, no, no. I get it, dude. I get it. But I'm just saying, like, out of all the other politicians on the Republican side, I mean,
Damn.
but on the Democratic side, you got President Manchin and Vice President Sinema. I'm telling you, man,
Oh god.
Joe Manchin is the modern day Tywin Lannister, and Kristen
Oh
Sinema is
my
the
god.
modern day Orlana Martell. Like, like, get that shit out of here. Okay. Well, we tried, everybody. We just got to keep
Oh
fighting.
god.
Oh, DeSantis.
Oh god.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I know for sure Crenshaw's not running, but I mean, honestly, just on both sides, I'm gonna sit out. 2024, I'll sit out. No. Well,
It might be time. Who
you
knows?
had a candidate, but people found out that he's fake. Pete Buttigieg.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
fake.
Oh
I
damn.
wouldn't say fake. I would say non-authentic.
Okay, okay. All right, I'll take that.
It just sounds better.
I'll take that.
It's just like
Fair enough.
because he was
Fair enough.
portraying Obama
I know they kept calling him White Obama.
2007,
Yeah, they kept calling him White Obama.
White
and
Obama. Oh my
But it was
god.
kind of funny. Tulsi Gabbard called him a bitch on stage. That was funny.
Yeah, she did. She did.
She said, not only do you lack the courage. I was like, oh, she's like, you little bitch.
ooh, we're
Pete
gonna get
loves the
flagged.
cockadoodle. Yeah, we
We're
are.
gonna get
We're gonna
flagged.
get flagged. Joe's
Well,
gonna try and
everybody.
stream tomorrow. He's gonna be
Yeah.
wait. He's gonna be clicking on the button.
Ah! Yeah, be
Yeah.
sorry. You're not able to, to stream.
We're so sorry, Joe.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Yeah.
They
Then
give
then
you
then
like
I,
a
then I'll like, okay, guys, we'll just have to do a Zoom call.
Right.
word.
So that'll be our next resort.
Yep.
Zoom.
Zoom
Yep.
streaming, dog. We're taking it to new
But
levels.
yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I gotta go to bed.
All
All
right,
right, then,
man.
guys.
Thank you for the invite tonight.
Thank you for joining.
Word.
Thank everybody
Word.
in cheat seats. So
Yep.
thank everybody in part 1 and thank everybody in part 2.
Yep.
Still trying to figure out part 1. All I did was here's my keyboard and
I told you the man tried to take you down, dog. That's what it is.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Joe, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
up early because so I'll be looking for your stream for one FC.
Yes, sir. Yep. When I see
but
the heavy hitters.
other than that, from New York, from Texas, we're out. Everybody.
Word.
Peace. Thank you.
Peace.
Wagyu steaks.
Got them. I ordered them.
Let's go.
Yes. High five. Yes. JoJo's like, where's my invite?
Ah.
All right, guys. Good night, everybody.
Good night, man. Later, Bright.
Later. Why is